Hello, and welcome to my presentation on landscape changes. I am your host, Tanya Cochran. This presentation will be about landscape changes, the consequences of climate change. Climate change is one of our most significant environmental issues. It is a widespread phenomenon with far-reaching effects, such as the transformation of landscapes. The presentation will focus on climate change's effects on local and global landscapes with supporting examples. It is essential to emphasize the gravity of the situation and the urgency of the required action. So let us get going. As a result of climate change, the world's landscapes are undergoing profound transformations. The melting of glaciers is a prominent example of the physical effects of climate change. Glaciers are a significant source of fresh water for billions of people worldwide, so their disappearance could significantly impact ecosystems and human livelihoods. The melting of glacier contributes to alterations in ocean currents, flooding, and sea level rises. If the Greenland ice sheet were to melt, for instance, sea levels would rise by about 7 meters. Desertification refers to transforming once fertile land into deserts and is another consequence of climate change. Desertification has various environmental and socioeconomic effects, including biodiversity loss, accelerated soil erosion, and decreased agricultural productivity. Desertification has endangered the livelihoods of millions of people in sub-Saharan Africa, for example, due to soil degradation and the resulting loss of productive land. Climate change also has a significant impact on regional landscapes. One of these effects is coral bleaching, which occurs when corals lose their color due to increased water temperature. Coral reefs are home to various marine life, and their destruction could negatively affect the natural and human economics. For instance, the Great Barrier Reef has experienced coral bleaching due to decreased tourists. Climate change may also increase the frequency and destructiveness of forest fires. Forest fires can have various detrimental effects on the environmental and socio, including reduced biodiversity, increased carbon emissions, and damage to infrastructure. For instance, the wildfire season in California in 2021 has one of the worst on record, costing billions of dollars and destroying nearly 2,600 square kilometers of land. Landscapes, ecosystems, and economies are all negatively impacted by climate change. Climate change affects the natural world in many ways. Some of these include the retreat of glaciers, the growth of deserts, the death of coral reefs, and the proliferation of wildfires. Potentially devastating consequences for ecosystems and human well-being may result from these alterations. Immediate action is necessary to mitigate the impact of climate change on landscapes as soon as feasible. Reduce the negative impacts of climate change on the environment. To solve the international problem, we also need a public that is more educated and actively participating in finding solutions. It is time for people to stop blaming others and start working together to create a better world. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation on climate change.